Felix runs through a stormy night toward his late father's mansion, in the middle of a violent rainstorm, soaked and terrified, desperately trying to get inside while men carrying guns hunt and search for him from the darkness through the compound. He pounds on the locked gate screaming for his mother, only to realize someone inside has deliberately bolted it. A silhouette appears at the upstairs window and quietly shuts the curtain. Felix realizes the betrayal is from inside the house. Someone inside the house is betraying him, and the people hunting him know every place he could hide. Just as footsteps close in, his voice shakes as he whispers, "If only I had known that the smile beside me was the knife behind my back." Weeks earlier, after the death of their wealthy father, Chief Johnson, a respected business tycoon and a philanthropist. During the grand funeral, the entire family, relatives, friends, business colleagues and well-wishers arrives, dressed in black. Kenneth, Felix's elder brother, comforts him and promises to help protect the family as the first son of the family. But beneath the tears lies quiet tension over wealth and inheritance. After the burial, the lawyer announces the will reading for the next week Saturday. That Saturday morning the entire family gathers for the reading of the will. Felix, being a good and kind-hearted guy, expects unity with support from his family and relatives, especially from his charming only brother Kenneth, who is the eldest brother and like a father of the house. At the will reading, Kenneth is named successor to the family business company and Felix is named successor of the family estate company. Shock spreads across the room, especially among older relatives who expected a different outcome. Kenneth publicly supports the decision, calming the family and earning everyone's admiration. But Felix notices Kenneth quietly smiling when no one is looking. Kenneth bankrupted the family business with months of stepping in as the successor. So Felix decided to give Kenneth a chance at the family estate company since he is still studying overseas. Kenneth stepped forward as Felix's biggest supporter, helping him manage the family estate company and calm the growing tension among employees, customers, partners and stakeholders. Kenneth becomes Felix's closest advisor, helping him manage the estate affairs. At first, everything seems to improve. He solves problems quickly, pays off debts, and earns the loyalty of the staff. The estate company begins to recover, and peace appears restored. For the first time, Felix feels safe. But soon Felix notices unsettling cracks, missing legal documents, secret phone calls, employees suddenly changing loyalty, and his mother growing fearful of something she refuses to explain. Then a longtime accountant suddenly resigns without explanation. The old accountant secretly met Felix outside the office and warns him not to trust anyone handling the company books. Before he can explain more, a car suddenly pulls up and the accountant flees in fear. The accountant disappears the next day. Weeks later, an important property files vanish from the office vault. Kenneth quickly blames a junior staff member and immediately fired him. The issue seems resolved, and Felix praises Kenneth for acting fast. Later that night, Felix saw Kenneth leaving the records room alone. Felix begins to doubt his brother. Felix told their mother about it and she grew anxious. She begs him not to sign any papers without showing her first. When Felix asks why, she says only, "Some smiles hide poison." A bank manager secretly calls Felix for an urgent meeting. The bank reveals that a massive loan was taken against the family estate using Felix's signature. Felix never signed anything. Only someone extremely close could have forged it. Felix confronts Kenneth, who convincingly blames corrupt staff and even produces fake evidence. Felix believes him. Later, Felix overheard Kenneth threatening someone over the phone. He must never know. An elderly housemaid told Felix that Kenneth has been entering their father's private study late at night. She says he is searching for something hidden by the late business tycoon. What is Kenneth looking for? Felix wondered. That night Felix sneaks into their father's study and finds signs that someone has been searching the room. A loose floorboard reveals an old letter from his father. The letter reveals that their late father suspected someone in the family was plotting against him long before his death. He specifically mentions keeping a secret asset hidden from greedy members. The name is torn off the final page. Felix realizes the betrayal began before the funeral. Felix showed their mother the letter and their mother finally reveals that their late father once caught Kenneth stealing from the family years ago. To avoid scandal, the matter was buried. 2 days later their mom was involved in a suspicious car accident. After meeting with the family lawyer, she survived but critically injured. Felix immediately rushed to the hospital to see her when he heard about it. When she saw Felix she whispers, the key behind the portrait, before losing consciousness. Behind their late father's portrait, Felix finds a key and a small metal box. Inside is evidence proving Kenneth orchestrated fraudulent deals and manipulated the family's finances for years, and one document reveals a darker truth about their late father's death. The document suggests their late father's death may not have been natural. The doctor's report was altered. Felix was horrified. Did Kenneth kill our father? He whispered to himself. So he decided that he is going to expose Kenneth during a family gathering, but he will wait till their mom fully recover from the hospital. Kenneth senses betrayal, so he acted first before Felix. He started poisoning the minds of the family and relatives quietly against Felix, spreading rumors that Felix is reckless, unstable, and becoming isolated. Uncles and aunties who once loved and trusted him now question every decision. Even his employees and the estate company stakeholders stops trusting him. Within weeks Felix was removed from the estate company, and was forced out of the mansion. Family and relatives sides with Kenneth, even the security guards obey only Kenneth. Felix lost everything in one day, then he knew the opening nightmare is getting closer. The betrayal cuts deeper when Felix realized the devastating truth that Kenneth has spent years earning Felix's trust only to seize the inheritance, manipulate the family business, and turn relatives against one another. If only I had trusted my instincts before trusting blood, perhaps none of this would have happened to me. Their mom died of heart attack the next day. She couldn't survive the news of the chaos when she heard it. Kenneth and the family members including relatives banned Felix from attending their mother's funeral, saying Felix is the reason for her death. After the funeral, Felix came across the missing accountant who revealed everything with backup copies of the stolen financial records. He reveals Kenneth is searching for a hidden land hectare's deed worth more than the entire inheritance, and the deed is hidden inside the mansion. Felix sneaks back into the mansion at night to retrieve the deed and expose Kenneth. On his way to the mansion in the middle of a violent rainstorm, men carrying guns started chasing him. Felix runs through the darkness toward his late father's mansion, soaked and terrified, desperately trying to get inside the compound. Just as the gunmen footsteps close in, some heavy armed soldiers arrived and captured the gunmen. The gunmen was taken to the barracks for questioning. There they confessed everything, that Kenneth paid them to assassinate Felix. They were the one that caused Chief Johnson's death. By stealing and withholding his medication during a heart attack, Kenneth paid them to do that. Felix exposes Kenneth before the entire family using the accountant's evidence and recorded confession of the gunmen. The family is shattered by the truth. Kenneth attempts to flee but was captured by the guards and was taken to the police station to be charged to court. He was found guilty and was sentenced to life imprisonment. Peace was later restored, the company was returned back to Felix, and the family's lies are finally laid bare. But Felix reflects that his greatest regret was ignoring the early warnings because betrayal came wrapped in love and loyalty. He whispered, "If only I had never trusted my own blood, maybe my mother would still be alive." The moral of the story is, not everyone who calls themselves family deserves your trust. Trust must be earned, greed destroys blood ties, betrayal often wears the face of family, and silence in the face of evil is its own betrayal.